Got death threats. Warriors HC Steve Kerr reveals major implications of trading for Shaquille O'Neal by moving $60 million forward. Before Steve Kerr took on the Warriors' coaching job, he was in the front office hot seat with the Suns. He made some bold choices during his tenure as an executive. Amid Mavericks fans harassing GM Nico Harrison for trading Luka Doncic, Kerr revisited the time how one of his most questionable choices got him in grave trouble during his stint in Phoenix. Kerr traded for a 35-year-old Shaquille O'Neal in exchange for Suns fan favorite Shawn Marion, who was at the peak of his career at age 29. $60 million worth Marion's departure wasn't received well among the team's fan base. Kerr recalled the major implications while showing respect to Harrison and what he's been through lately amid Mavericks fans' outrage. Death threats for Nico. I mean, it's brutal. Kerr told reporters on Wednesday ahead of the Warriors game against the Mavericks in Dallas, via Mavs reporter Brad Townsend. It's really sad, and you kind of feel for everybody, because this is a very emotional business, and it's what drives the business. The fans obviously love this stuff, and if you're a Mavs fan and you're heartbroken, that's really difficult to handle. Seeing Nico go through stuff that he shouldn't have to go through, it's all really surreal. I traded Shawn Marion for Shaq, and I got death threats, Kerr said. ESPN's Tim McMahon emailed death threats. Our security in Phoenix looked into it, and I was never overly concerned. I took it for what it was, which was an angry fan typing away. But it's still pretty disconcerting when someone threatens your life, so I feel for Nico. Steve Kerr and Nico Harrison pulled off nearly similar moves with their respective trade, as both traded players close or in their peak for aging veterans who probably wouldn't have a sustainable impact. How did Phoenix Suns fare after Steve Kerr replaced Shawn Marion with Shaquille O'Neal? Steve Kerr and the Phoenix Suns made a bold decision to part ways with Shawn Marion at the 2008 trade deadline. They added a four-time NBA champ in Shaquille O'Neal, who was past his prime but still a handy contributor. The Suns fell short that season, losing in the first round of the playoffs to the Spurs. Meanwhile, Marion and the Heat didn't make the postseason. The following year, 2008-09, Shaq averaged 17.8 points and 8.4 rebounds in 75 games. However, the Suns failed to make the playoffs. On the other hand, Marion got traded to the Raptors mid-season and didn't make the playoffs, averaging 12.9 points and 8.5 rebounds in 69 games. The Suns moved on from Shaq in 2009, trading him to the Cavaliers. That year, they ended up in the playoffs and made the conference finals, where they lost to the Lakers. The Suns didn't make the playoffs again until the 2020-21 season, when they reached the finals with Devin Booker and Chris Paul. Meanwhile, Marion emerged as a key contributor to the Dallas Mavericks after a short stint in Toronto. He made the playoffs 3 consecutive seasons and played a key role on the 2011 title-winning team, led by Dirk Nowitzki.